Good morning. So happy New Year, everyone. And I guess we did get snow. We didn't get as much as everybody thought we were going to get. We got like, I don't know, about I should probably shut this door. About 2 to 3 inches. But my understanding is it was enough to do some damage to the duck run. So, oh, paw prints. I'm actually going to grab some ratchet straps out of the truck and see if we can do something to brace it. Well, I guess I should probably go over there and see what he's talking about. So, but yeah, I guess he said the snow was heavy enough that it was on the top of the netting that we have on the top, and it is sinking pretty bad. So let's see what we've got. Well, they definitely got the shade. So it looks like this whole thing is leaning inwards. So yeah, I think if we just get some ratchet straps, we'll obviously get the snow off first, and get some ratchet straps and pull it this way towards the trees until we can obviously put some posts in with concrete. So I guess let me go get ratchet straps and get some brooms for to get the snow off. The ducks don't seem to mind it, but see if we can do something to kind of fix this for them. Okay, we have a temporary fix. It is so cold out here I can't even feel my hands. So we put ratchet straps on the boards and then put them onto the trees. But watch, let me turn this. So it's a lot straighter. We got the snow off. It's not sagging anymore. It's actually, it's a little crooked, but it's not bad. But it's a temporary fix till, you know, weather's a lot better to actually do something more permanent. Crazy little birds are still outside, even though they could go inside and be nice and warm. But anyway, so we got that done. So now I'm going to go inside because I can't feel my nose or my hands, and it's freezing, and I need to go make some Posole and thaw out. But anyway, we got it a temporary fix so we can do something more permanent. Okay, now to make my Posole, I have you guys up like really high just so that I can kind of show you what I've done. Oh, let me grab the tongs. Okay, so you want to get a big pot, fill with water to boil, and then you need like 10 red chili pods. You want to soak them in hot water for about 15 minutes or so, just long enough for them to soften up. You're going to remove the stems and the seeds, and then remove the stems and seeds, and then you're going to place them in this pot to boil for about 45 minutes. Now, while they are boiling, you can get everything else ready. These have been boiling for quite a while, so they are just about done. So while those boil, you can start on the other stuff. So let me bring you down here so you can see the other pan. Okay, so you want to get 1 pound of hamburger meat, 1 pound of beef stew meat, and 1 pound of pork meat, pork stew meat. And even if you buy the packages, they usually come in, well, pretty big chunks. I always cut mine into little bite-sized pieces. So what you want to do is cut them, wrong one. Cut them into bite-sized pieces and put them in a Ziploc baggie. And then in the Ziploc baggie, add flour and shake it really good. Get them all mixed up and coated with the flour. I may have to do this in 2 batches. And get you a cast iron skillet. This is some of the lard that I've rendered. I've had it sitting out for a little while, so probably about, I don't know, because of how much I have, I'm going to say about 2 tablespoons of lard in there so that it, and you're not going to cook this meat all the way through, you're basically just going to brown it. So while that gets hot, I'm going to go ahead and take these chili pods out of the pot. Now, I'm going to put them in the blender. You're not going to strain this water. You want to keep that water. And these chili pods are the extra hot. So I'm actually going to be using mild of the frozen red chili. So it kind of comes to a happy medium. And then you want to just add about 2 cups of water in there because you're going to puree these. Okay. Ew. Now I always wear an apron when I make posole because inevitably I always get red chili on me. Okay, so you're just going to pour it back in there. Okay. Sounds like the grease is hot. I hope it's not too dark. I hope you guys can see. I think my light, yeah, my light burned out on my stove. I'm going to turn this down to low. Actually, I think I can get it all in there. Maybe not. We'll do about half and half. And like I said, you're not going to cook this all the way through. All you're doing is just browning it. They kind of stuck together, but they'll separate as you're browning them. Okay, I'm going to grab a spoon. Alright, now now you're going to put these into here. And try not to scoop up any of the grease at the bottom. You shouldn't be able to, because you should have just coated just the bottom of the pan. Now the traditional posole does have pig's feet in it. I personally do not like pig's feet, so I do not add pig's feet to mine. So like I said, it's 1 pound of beef stew meat and 1 pound of pork stew meat. Boy, that's just really sticking in there. Super sticky. Okay, we'll let this brown for a second. It doesn't take very long, because it's just kind of like you would a roast when you just sear the edges of the sides of it, just to kind of lock in flavor, I guess. That's kind of what you're doing for the stew meat. Okay, after you have browned, sorry about that, after you've browned the stew meat and put it in there, you want either 1 large onion or 2 small onions. And these are just going to cook till they're starting to go translucent. And chop these real fine. Okay, now we're going to add these to our pot. Ooh, I'm making a mess. I'm going to clean my stove after this. Well, I usually have to clean my stove after every time I cook, but Turn that off. Okay. Next you'll want to get, how much is this? 2 pounds of Posole. Posole is actually just uncooked hominy. It's raw hominy, so it does take a while to cook. You don't want to use canned hominy. That'll be really gross. Just buy the actual Posole. Just pour it in there. Okay, so now we've got the red chili pods that we've pureed. We've got 1 pound of pork stew meat, 1 pound of beef stew meat, either 1 large or 2 small onions finely chopped. And now you're going to add 6 cloves of garlic finely minced, 1.5, well, I do 1 tablespoon of salt. Most people like a little more salt than I do. So 1.5 tablespoons of salt, or 1 tablespoon of salt is which one I do. 1 tablespoon of oregano, 1 teaspoon of dried cilantro, and 1 teaspoon of cumin. You'll just put that in there. And then you're going to do this is a 12 ounce of the frozen red chili. It's still a little frozen, but that's okay. It'll thaw out in here. There we go. Yum. Alright, that's all there is to it. So now we're just going to let this cook for probably about an hour, hour and a half. I've got it, well, my stove's really high, so I've got it on medium, well, a little bit below medium. See, there's still a ball of red chili in there. But let this cook down. It looks like a lot, but a lot of the water is going to evaporate, and it will get a little bit thicker. So there you go. That is what I do to make Posole. So while that cooks, I'm going to run through the ingredients with you one more time. Okay, so you're going to need 10 red chili pods, seeded and stemmed. You're going to boil those for about 45 minutes. Then puree them with about 2 cups of the water from which you cooked them in. Then you're going to add 1 pound of pork stew meat, 1 pound of beef stew meat. Cut them into little bitty cubes or bite-sized pieces. Put them in a baggie with about 2 tablespoons of flour. Shake it up really good. Mix them up really good. You're going to pour that into the pot. 1 bag of, I think it was a 2-pound bag of the Posole. You can find that in the freezer section. You either need 1 large onion or 2 small onions diced up really well. 6 cloves of garlic diced really well. 1 tablespoon of salt. 1 14-ounce container of the, I believe this one's Bueno also. Or I'm sorry, not 14 ounces. It's 12 ounces. My bad. 12-ounce container of the red chili. And you can buy all hot, all mild, however you want to do it. And then 1 tablespoon of oregano, 1 teaspoon of dried cilantro, and 1 teaspoon of cumin. And you're going to let those all simmer together for about an hour, hour and a half. And I'll set a timer for about an hour or so, and then I'll check it. And if it's ready, I will come back on and show you what the final yumminess looks like. Okay, I think it's finally ready. It took actually a little over 2 hours to make. It looks fantastic. There we go. Homemade posole. So I'll serve this in some bowls, and then I'll squeeze lime over it, and then warm up some tortillas, and voila, there you go. That is my posole recipe. Well, it's been a long day. I hope everybody has had a wonderful new year and a safe new year. And I hope this year is better for everybody with many blessings. Remember, every day is a new beginning. So thank you for joining me today. Hope you enjoy this posole recipe. And if you guys make it and you enjoy it, let me know. Put comments and down at the bottom and let me know what you think of the recipe. I'd be really interested to see what others think of it. Alrighty. Have a good one. Good night, everyone.